right now I want to go into nuclear events. I don't want to start one, I just want to hatch you up on it. Last week we went over two videos that I'm not going to show again this week that talk about how within the first minute or two of a nuclear explosion you can figure out what size the weapon was, where it came from, how likely it is that there will be others going off, and several other things that will help you plan exactly what to do. And for those of you that were not here, I highly recommend that you watch those first two videos. I am going to give you a couple of the punchlines because it's important. And that is, how do you know how big it is? Well, somebody tell me, how do you know how big it is?
Length of flash.
Length of flash. So how long a flash means what?
The longer, the bigger. How big it is.
Yep, the longer the flash, the bigger it is. So what about a 1 to 3 second flash? How big is that?
Smaller.
20 kilotons. 20. That's about the size of what went off at Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So if you're just around doing something or other and you notice something, it gets really bright in the room for some reason for a second or 2 or 3 seconds, and then it kind of goes back to usual. Well, you better be suspicious and go look out the window and don't stare at it, because you can go temporarily blind. But almost nobody goes permanently blind staring at it. I just don't recommend it. You're going to need to do some things. Now, how do you find out how far away you are from the bomb?
You count something.
You count. So the longer that it is between the time that you see the flash and the time that you hear the boom, what does that mean?
How far?
How long a distance?
The farther it is.
It's like a thunder and lightning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the exact thing it is. And then if it's a little bitty bomb, 20 kilotons, it's big enough. But if it's that size bomb, is it likely that there will be more?
No.
No.
Why not?
Terrorist.
Terrorist.
Because it's likely a terrorist bomb or a rogue nation like North Korea. Now, if it's, let's say the flash is like 15 seconds, what does that mean? What does that mean?
Big.
It's big. Where does it come from?
Russia.
Russia or China? China's bigger.
That's right. The point is, if it's big like that, is it likely that more of the bombs are going to go off?
Yes. Yeah.
Good. Why is that? The rocket, the ICBM, Intercontinental Ballistic Missile, that delivers that bomb, if it's from Russia, delivers anywhere from 12 to 20 bombs.
Wow.
So that one rocket will deliver a bunch of different bombs. China originally was just the big bomb. If it went 45 seconds, 30, 45 seconds, you're talking Chinese bomb, and then that's a real scary big bomb because they didn't have very good guidance back in the 80s. But they've got better guidance, and they also have rockets that will send multiple warheads, so it's a little harder to tell now whether it's Russian or Chinese if nuclear bombs go off. Okay, so that's a quick intro. And now what I want to do is I want to go over how to set up a shelter in your house. And we're going to be going over that. We're going to be going over what to do when you get out of the shelter, how to emerge from the shelter, what you're going to be doing. And another thing we're going to cover is what about how to protect yourself a bit in terms of potassium iodide. Anybody heard about potassium iodide?
Yes.
Yep.
Good. So you'll learn about that today.
Is there somewhere I can go online to
Right
watch
there.
the
It's right
videos?
there.
Yeah, it's written right there.
Okay.
It's called just so you know, it's called the tin hat wrench.